This is a transition on Atlantic Television Network. Worried by the rising incidences of wholesome acts among youth, Delta State House of Assembly has called for the enforcement of relevant law for the arrest and prosecution of those involved in open sex trade and use of illicit drugs in the state. The House, in a resolution, is adopted at its plenary recite by Speaker Emomotimi Guo, stressed the need for open sex trade and illicit drugs to be condemned in all ramifications. The resolution was quelled to a motion by members representing Oshimiri South, Bridget Anafuru, and amended by the majority leader Emeka Nwobi. The House, in the resolution, urged Governor Sheriff Oberewere to direct the Commissioner for the Women Affairs Community and Social Development, as well as law enforcement agencies, to rise to the situation to curb the ugly trend. Advocating the need for routing campaign and sanitation program to be carried out, Assembly called to placement of the posters and signal strategies placed to educate and raise awareness at the danger associated with the commercial sex trade and use of illicit drugs. It is also enjoins relevant government agencies to carry out regular training, counseling, and rehabilitation as part of measures to address the sad narrative. Government of Cross River State has narrated its desire to closely collaborate with the United States Agency for International Development in order to achieve the universal health coverage. Commissioner for Health Dr. Henry Agbe Ayuk disclosed this when the USAID team visited him in his office in Calabar. He assured them of Governor Basio II's administration commitment to providing conducive environment for sustainable and impactful partnership. Ayuk also implored the partners to ensure upscale of healthcare service, improve private sector participation, boost general hospital service, as well as attract funding that will endanger universal health coverage in a state. Speaking on behalf of the USAID team, Yuma Joe, the State Director of Excellence Community Education Welfare Scheme, described the existing relationship between the state and implementing partners as excellent. They are sure of their continuous support to critical areas of need, especially in healthcare development. Kidnapped Enugu Catholic priest, Reverend Father Celeste Luz Obinna Okide, has regained his freedom. The priest was released on Thursday night after spending days in kidnappers' den. Okide, a parish priest at St. Mary Catholic Church, Afunfia Agu Afia in Odi local government area of the state, was kidnapped on Sunday along with 6 other travelers by unknown gunmen. His release was confirmed on Friday morning in a statement by the Diocese Chancellor Secretary, Father Wilfred Chidi Agubuchi. Ondo State House of Assembly has told the embattled Deputy Governor of the state, Loki Ayadatiwa, to defend himself on the allegation leveled against him, just as he promised to follow due process during the impeachment process. As plenary, the lawmakers directed the clerk of their house, Benjamin Ajowala, to write a letter to the Deputy Governor to respond to allegation of gross misconduct leveled against him. However, lawmakers, in a statement by his chairman of the House Committee on Information, Olatuji Oshati, said an allegation letter does not equate to the impeachment mandate. Meanwhile, the Ondo Professionals for Good Governance initiative told the embattled Deputy Governor to defend himself on the allegation leveled against him. The House of Assembly has commenced the process of impeaching the Deputy Governor over alleged gross misconduct. The group, however, warned him not to petition the law court to have the impeachment process. Ogun State chapter of People's Democratic Party has described the arrest of member representing Sagamo First State constituency at the State of Assembly. Damilare Bello by operatives of the Department of State Service as political. The party described the arrest of Bello as an orchestrated attempt to give a lawmaker a bad name just to hang him. This was contained in a statement issued by the Publicity Secretary Akiloye Bankole and made available to newsmen in Abeokuta. It will be recalled that Bello was arrested by operatives of the DSS on Wednesday over its alleged involvement in a recent court clash in Sagamo, where no fewer than 20 persons were killed. He charged the state government to look inward and search its inner circle in Sagamo local government so as to see where the smoke is coming from. Following the recent judgment by the Kano State Election Petition Tribunal sacking Governor Ababa Kabari Yusuf, the new Nigerian People's Party says that the judgment was a clear and deliberate miscarriage of justice. The Deputy National Chairman of the party, Nwaize Onu, while reacting to the judgment delivered by the three-man tribunal chaired by Justice Oluyemi Akintam Osadebe, said its events that NNPP won the election.
The new Nigeria People's Party, NNPP, having rejected the Kano State Election Petition Tribunal judgment sacking Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf, says the outcome is an attempt by the ruling All Progressive Congress APC to take back Kano State by force. The party, through its Deputy National Chairman, Nwaize Onu, said that the victory of NNPP at the Presidential, Senatorial, House of Representatives, Governorship, and House of Assembly elections, where the party won majority of the seats against the APC, is a testament against the reasons of overvoting as claimed by the Election Petition Tribunal. Speaking further, Onu said the APC's attempt and threat to take Kano State back by force is only momentarily, adding that the party will get back its mandate within the ambit of the law and the provisions of the Constitution.
It is going to be a hard nut to crack for the Kano State Election Petition Tribunal to convince a non-partisan Nigerians that in an election cycle with 5 different polls, presidential, senatorial, House of Representatives, governorship, and House of Assembly, the NNPP won in all except the governorship election. For the sake of emphasis, the NNPP presidential candidate, His Excellency Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, defeated the candidate of All Progressive candidate in Kano election. In the same vein, NNPP won 2 senatorial seats against APC, which is 1 seat. NNPP also won 18 seats of House of Representatives against APC 4. And in the House of Assembly, NNPP won a clear majority seats against the APC meager number of seats. And yet, the Kano State Election Petition Tribunal believes it was overvoting that gave an NPP majority vote in the governorship election. Their threat to take Kano back by all force, like a mirage, has only materialized momentarily.
The Election Tribunal's reason for deducting over 165,000 votes were seen by the NNPP as a mere excuse, saying that the due process were not followed to arrive at the judgment. Nigerians, particularly the people of Kano State, can only keep their fingers crossed and await the outcome from the appeal court. Rotimi Adiwi, ATN News, Abuja.
Governorship election petition tribunal in Plateau State is set to deliver its judgment on the suit against the election of Caleb Mutfwang of the People's Democratic Party in a March 18 poll. The governorship candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Nentawe Yetide, is challenging the election and declaration of the Mutfwang by the Dependence National Electoral Commission. On March 20, the INEC returning officer in the state, Prof. Idris Amali, announced Mutfwang as the winner, having scored 5,225,299 votes, while Yewat Day polled 481,400 370 votes. According to the result, the PDP won in 10 local government areas, including Bakin, Ladi, Basa, Lantang North, Lantang South, Yamen, Mikan, Magu, Jos East, Kwan Pang, and Pokos. On the other hand, the APC had the highest vote in 7 local government areas of Jos East, Kanka, Kakam, Pankishin, Shendadam, Wase, and Jos North. You are watching The Transition on Atlantic Television Network. Return after this break. Television network. If you're just joining us, you're welcome back. Indigenous people of Biafra has accused the Department of State Service of illegally detaining its leader, Nnamdi Kanu. IPOB spokesman Emma Powerful claims the DSS illegally detained Kanu while blackmailing the group with insecurity. Powerful made the allegations while urging the public to ignore claims of neutralizing operatives of the Eastern Security Network, ESN, in Orokuchuku and Enugu Forest. A statement by the Powerful said the viral picture and videos being circulated by the Nigerian military shows that invaded the camp of Biafra National Guard. He insisted that BNG is not part of IPOB and has never claimed to be anything to do with the group. And now to some business reports. World Bank, International Monetary Fund, and Moroccan authorities have decided to proceed with the 2023 annual meeting in Makachi despite the recent earthquake in a North African country. The Moroccan Central Bank Governor M. Abdelit Steve Josseri considered debate financial inclusion and climate change, among others, as the key issues that would top African nations' agenda at the meeting. Following the national crisis caused by the recent earthquake in Morocco, authority in the Kingdom of Morocco has said the annual meeting of the World Bank Group and International Monetary Fund would go on as scheduled. Morocco, which would be hosting the annual meeting 50 years after it first took place in Africa, has maintained very high momentum in its preparation until the earthquake struck. Still, the country said it regained unprepared, tough mourning the dead and managing the humanitarian fallout of the tragic incidents. Officials of the North African nation say the meeting will be held from October 9 to 15, 2023, while assuming that the Moroccan government remain committed to helping the earthquake victims. This year's annual meeting theme is Global Action, Global Impact, and on to international tidbits. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky is in Canada on unannounced visit. His first day was since Russian invasion of Ukraine began. On Thursday, he was in the U.S., where he met President Joe Biden, who approved $325 million in further funding for Kyiv. But this new tranche of U.S. aid did not include the long-range missile that President Zelensky had been requesting. There is a growing war fatigue from some U.S. Republicans who says money would be better spent on domestic issues. Zelensky visit follows speech off at the UN in New York earlier this week, in which he urged countries to reunite against Russian aggression, diplomatic tension. Nigerian musician David Doe Sultan and Faust were among the celebrities who joined the candlelight procession in honor of late singer Mohbad in Lekki, Lagos. Also at the event, Lagos State Commissioner for Youth and Special Development Mobaji Ogulende. Fans in their numbers echoes justice for Mohbad as far as and on a personality, Oladotun Kayode credited the crowd. Some fun has parried with different in description seeking justice for Mohbad. The peaceful procession kicked off from the Lekki First Two Gates and terminated at the Mori Okunola Park, Victoria Island. Mohbad, who died on September 12 and was buried the next day, was exhumed by the police on Thursday for further investigation. And now to some sports reports. Super Eagles head coach Jose Peseiro must forward his final 23rd men's squad for the 2023 Final Cup of Nations to the Federation of African Football latest January 3rd, 2024. CAF directed all the 24 finalists to submit their final squad 10 days before the start of the competition. Peseiro and other coaches are also expected to submit a 55-man provisional squad before the end of the year. SCAF released setting for the 2023 AFCON final on Thursday with the Super Eagles placed in Plot 2. A development could see the three-time African champion face holder Senegal, host Cote d'Ivoire, Algeria, Tunisia, and Egypt in the group stage. The draw ceremony scheduled for Ajeban on Thursday, October 12. Cote d'Ivoire will host the competition from January 13 to February 11. And that's the size and the package. Thanks for joining us. I am Immaculata Jacob Irikana. You can follow us on our social media platforms, Twitter at Atlantic TVNet, Facebook and YouTube at Atlantic Television Network, Instagram at Atlantic TV Network. Do remember that peace and unity are the pathways to progress.